Hi, I'm David Felberg, and I'm the Artistic Director of Chatter here in Albuquerque. We give a huge amount of performances every year, I believe close to 80 total. And we're here, we perform every Sunday morning at 10:30. We do about a 1 hour and 15-minute performance, which includes music and a 10-minute spoken word segment, which is mostly poetry. And we have 2 minutes of silent celebration. And we do that 50 times a year. We do about 10 performances over at the Albuquerque Museum every year. And now we're doing twice a month in Santa Fe, beginning last month. So we're working every week, and it's a real well-oiled machine. Yeah, got it. There's a nice recording. Well, we have a lot of different groups that we impact. First of all, our audience, which is a really dedicated audience and a broad spectrum of people who come to hear this kind of music. They can hear something new and different every week, and we hardly ever repeat anything. So it's kind of interesting. A lot of things that people haven't heard before, but over the years they've come to trust us and they'll just show up. You know, it also serves a purpose as a community member. You know, it takes place on a Sunday morning at 10:30 in the morning. The series used to be called The Church of Beethoven, in a sense that it gives people who don't have a religious affiliation a place to go and be part of a community one day a week. And I think it's real impactful that way. It's also real impactful that we employ a lot of different musicians and spoken word artists. We are locavores, actually. We love our local community of artists, mostly musicians, but we have a great guy who gets us all the poets. Don MacGyver gets us all the poets, and he does a fantastic job. You know, we do get people from out of town, but it's nice. Some of our greatest mornings are when people from out of town mix with the locals, and that synergy is really fantastic. I love the energy that happens on a Sunday morning. It's extremely vibrant because in some ways, people don't know what's going to happen, you know, in a good way. And I think people are really excited about that. It's a great community. It's a very accessible place to go. Traditionally, the kind of music that we perform, you would go to a concert hall, you might dress up, it might be at nighttime, a little more formal. We are dressed down. We are informal as presenters. However, we take our work very seriously. For me as an artist, you know, as a musician, constantly striving to do something with transcendence for people is really part of the goal, actually. You know, we have a perfect venue to do that, and we can experiment every week. By doing a concert every week, we can go down certain roads that, you know, we wouldn't think of doing. Part of this, you know, classical music business, it's a hard business because there's not a lot of money in it. There's no profit. It's a non-profit organization. We raise money from incredibly generous people. And so a lot of groups would tend to put on things that they know will bring audience and bring interested people. Since we're here every week, we have this opportunity to stretch ourselves and stretch our audience. And our audience is really tremendous community, and they're really supportive of things that we do, and I so appreciate them. I'm a part-time administrator, mostly a performer. And so it's a lot of work. And throughout the week, you're like, is this worth it? Is this worth it? Is this worth it? And then you get to a Sunday morning and the energy is amazing and the vibrancy is amazing. And sometimes I'm going up to perform something that's really difficult, or the community is, or of musicians. And we've got an audience that's completely eager. We definitely feed off the energy of the audience. We feel incredibly well supported, both by the city of Albuquerque and the state of New Mexico. We get grants from them every year, especially one we do in May, which allows us to do a Pay What You Wish month, in which every show you just pay what you wish, and it brings a new audience. It's really impactful, as well as private donors. We have an amazing base of private donors who are really dedicated to our mission, and so we feel incredibly well supported by the people of Albuquerque. I see people all over city, and they mention Chatter, they mention what we do, and it's all over. It's, you know, I go into the grocery store and it's like, hey, it was the Chatter a few weeks ago. That was so awesome, and I was like, I love you, thank you. The original Chatter has been around since 2004, so that's 18 years. And to be awarded this, we've worked really hard. We've put on over 800 performances over those years, and it just feels great to be recognized for something like that and to be really part of the fabric of Albuquerque's community.